it's Miss Cyberling. Today we are going to think about historical fiction. Historical fiction is a way of dramatizing the past. It's a thing that brings emotions to history. So people have always been people no matter what is going on, and we can pick a time in history that we're interested in or that we've learned about in school, and we can imagine what it was like to live during that time. What the challenges were, what the hierarchy of people were, and try to bring light to teach and give meaning to today. So history tends to repeat itself. History is something that shows us maybe what we're working towards, and even today it's really important to look back and think about how things were. And at the core, people are always people that want things, that are trying to make better lives for themselves, their communities, etc. So I'm going to read a little piece of historical fiction that I wrote, and then we're going to talk about some other examples that you might want to read if you're interested in this genre, and then I'm going to give you a prompt. Jazz drifted from the ballroom's windows to the lawn, where Eleanor stood smoking in her borrowed dress. The newly lit street lamps flickered. The night was brighter on Long Island than in Washington Heights, where she lived. Another song ended, and the guests sipped their bootleg cocktails. Eleanor didn't know how much longer the band would play, but she wasn't here for the music. She was here to convince the man in the purple suit at the end of the bar to bring her home with him, but she didn't want to appear eager. He had already confirmed that his wife was out of town, and Eleanor had flirted enough to make him think that she was interested. The man in the purple suit worked at the heart of the illegal liquor trade, and she had a proposition for him. It just wasn't the proposition he was expecting. So well-known historical fiction novels include Wolf Hall by Hilary Mantel, All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Maybe you've read A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. Even though that book was written a really long time ago, it's set during the time of the French Revolution, which was a historical event at that time when it was written. So are you ready to try a little? Maybe it'll inspire something and maybe get you writing your own historical fiction. So get out a computer, pen and paper, whatever you like to write with. And I'd like you to think about a time in history that interests you, or maybe it's a time that you've researched for other projects. Consider the specific problems and conflicts of this time, and then think about a person who would struggle the most and cast them as your protagonist. Here's what you're going to write. Write a scene where this character wants something beyond what is possible for their class, race, sexual identity, or gender, and have them try for it anyway. So that might be a novel in itself. So this is from my book, The Young Writer's Fiction Workbook, which is available to buy on Amazon. There's all kinds of project ideas, prompts, educational material if you're a teacher. It's like a really fun textbook, and I had a lot of fun making it. So that is all for today. We'll be back next time with another genre lesson.